Alright, Shalom, Shalom. We are the brothers from Great Millstone, Chicago branch, coming to you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and maturity. And I was just watching a video of a Native American actor. I think her name is Savannah Alvarez. All right, and she's the star of a Netflix show. All right, just to prove to you for the black-only Israelites. All right, the Native Americans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians. All right, which are the make up the 5 civilized tribes. Those are all Israelites according to the scriptures and according to secular history. All right, because they themselves don't know who they are, and that's a curse. If you can get it, because they call themselves Native American. You know, it says that
yeah, I got you.
in Deuteronomy. You know, that's a part of the curses because if they're calling themselves Native American, that means that they're calling themselves after Edomite, Amerigo Vespucci. All right, and they're not actually native to America. All right, because they came over here from the land of Israel. All right.
Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither the Lord shall lead thee. You know, and the Lord led us to the four corners of the earth, man. That's why we're here on this side. When Cristobal Colon, who people call Christopher Columbus, you know, came here and slaughtered the 10 tribes. You know. He put them on those cargo slave ships, and then he went over and got Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Southern Kingdom of Israel, our brothers, and that's the whole transatlantic slave trade, man. That was going on for many, many years. You know.
That's right. Yeah, and the byword, all right, that's a part of that whole situation. He explained to you, man. Us being called a byword throughout that whole time, up until now. Native American, Seminole Indian. All right, Mexican, because the so-called Mexicans, the tribe of Issachar was in North America as well. All right, but these people, they call themselves Mexican, and there's people that call themselves Native American. But where do they really come from? All right, that's what they don't know. They just know they're on the reservations. They know that they were in that land, and the so-called white man, the biblical Edomite, came and captured and raped, robbed, and pillaged their land. That's all they know. Because you ask them. They just know that they're Native American to the specific tribes that they named. Okay?
Yeah, and the word Mexico, it's a Hebrew word. It goes back to anointed, or chosen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you look into their history, our people, they were doing their best to keep the laws. That's why a lot of so-called Mexicans wore fringes with borders of blue, on their garments.
Yep. That's the spirit. You said that because I got the word, I looked up the word fringe in the encyclopedia.com. It says, Native American tribes of the plains and elsewhere have long created garments with fringe, which serve as a type of gutter that repel rainwater from the wearer. That's Esau putting his bullshit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been a part of the reason, but ultimately it was for practical use. Because why? Our people were keeping the laws, all right, that they had been given by their forefathers. All right, that's why they had the fringes. That's why the so-called Mexicans had the fringes. If you can get it in, I think it's in the laws in Deuteronomy. 1 second. It's actually in Numbers too, because the Lord, after we came out of Egypt, a part of our law was to wear a border of blue upon a garment with fringes on it. You see, this is
Numbers 15 and 38, it says, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Okay. And that's...
Okay, you hit 39 too? I'm sorry, Slakia.
39, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of Yahweh, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring.
Kind of, because I'm sorry, Psalms 137, verse 19 and 20, right? Or was it 147?
147, 19.
Yeah, Psalms 147, verse 19 20. The law, statutes, and commandments were only given to us, man. All right? So we have to remember this and teach our children as they grow up, right? And us ourselves as well, our mind should be meditating on the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High,
Yep.
And this is showing, this is a token showing that our people did that. You know what I mean? It's a sign,
Right. So every time we look upon them, we will think of it.
That's right.
And like the brother just read, the Native Americans had that. Before like the brother mentioned it, Christopher Colon and all that. These are the customs that the so-called Native Americans had. They had the fringes. They did certain rituals. Certain dances at certain times. All of that, man. To show that some, because when you read Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, it tells you that they came on this side to try to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord.
Man, I got that. Can I bring it up?
Hold on, one thing. They try to keep it. You said how they try to keep their law, statutes, and commandments. Like if this is a Native American fringe, it says facts and information about the history of clothing and regalia of Native American Indians and the use of the fringe. And he just read about the fringe. Look upon the fringe. So when they were in this land trying to keep the laws over here in America, which is going to tell you the secular history, all right, this is what they were doing. This is why they had the fringes on there, including the tribe of Issachar as well, and Reuben. It says, many different types of clothing worn by various tribes featured fringes, undresses, jackets, shawls, bags, moccasins, and shirts, and probably more stuff on everything, on the teepees.
Yeah.
Because JB going over.
Hey, man, you're flashy.
Good. It says the fringe edition served for both practical and decorative purposes. And I got the word practical here. It says, of or concerned with the actual doing or use of something rather than with theory or ideas. So they were wearing this for a purpose. What was the purpose? To keep the laws. To try to keep the laws. And he's going to go right into it.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13. I'll start at verse 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes, which were carried away prisoners out of their own land, in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanassar the king of Assyria led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel amongst themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country, where never mankind dwell. All right.
And what country is that? Keep going.
Verse 42. That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High, Yahweh, then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Arsareth.
Arsareth basically in the Hebrew is just another land. Now it says that they went there to what? To keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Read that part again.
Come. Verse 42, 2nd Ezra 13, verse 42, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Right, so that was the whole purpose of them coming to this side. Not through time, they probably did. They might have done a good job, or but through time, after generation, some of those laws, they got lost, just as well as their language. Hebrew, that's why there's certain documents that show you and prove that they were speaking some form of Hebrew, broken Hebrew, and Salakia.
Yeah, you got it.
So that's why you see them with the fringes and a certain type of Hebrew, And matter of fact, I think there's certain pictures of some of them where they had the Assyrian star.
On
their garments,
Mm-hmm.
which who did they escape? The Syrian king.
Yeah, Hosea the king.
You know, so hey, some of them probably brought those wicked customs.
Yep.
And then it says that it took how long to get there? A year and a half, right?
Correct.
So now I have one.
Man, I was just thinking that. Go
But
ahead.
God, now this is all through the Spirit, man. You know, this is Second Chronicles 9:21. It says, "For the king's ship went to Tarshish with the servants of Huram every three years. Once came the ships of Tarshish bringing gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks." Right. So once every 3 years, right? Why? Because it took a year and a half to go to that land where they get these things, and it took a year and a half to come back. So now, how do we know that land was right here in the Americas? Because peacocks, turkeys, they're native to the Americas. You know, that's proof right there that they came here. Turkeys are nowhere else in the world. They're native here, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what they will do is they will from the east. They'll come all the way to the west. They'll take gold, certain type of trees, and peacocks and apes, like it just mentioned, and they'll take them back. Now, people knew about the land, but nobody actually ever stood here and actually dwelt in it. That's why it says where never mankind dwelt.
Yep.
You know, that's why you're also able to find certain what do you call it, obelisk or something like that.
Yeah, the Olmec heads.
The Olmec heads. The
right.
Hamite heads.
Yeah.
You know, which I believe they use those to as like to see like points. Like this is like checkpoints. You know, but prior to that, nobody actually came here and actually dwelt until the so-called Native Americans, which are the Northern Kingdom. You know, the lost tribes of the children of Israel. You know, go ahead. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I do. This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. You know, and like you were saying that, over generations, these laws and statutes started fading away. Because like in Joshua and other books like what I think Chronicles and Kings especially. Well, we had a ruler, and all our people were keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments correctly. But once that one died, that one ruler passed away, then a wicked one came, and then our people started going off, and that's how it was here. Because we kept it for a while, but then over time, you know what I'm saying, it started fading away, man.
Yep.
Bringing forth our destruction and bringing forth Cristobal Colon,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, go ahead.
For you. This is 2 Kings 17:7. For so it was that the children of Israel had sinned against Yahweh their power, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and had feared other gods, and walked in the statutes of the heathen, which he's going into. We weren't keeping the laws, whom the Lord cast out from before the children of Israel and of the kings of Israel, which they made. And the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Lord their power, and they built them high places in all their cities, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city. And that's going into before we went into captivity, before Israel came over here, before the Native Americans came over here, before the so-called Mexicans and all of South America, all these people, because they like to call them in all situations, indigenous, native. But where were they at before that? Where did they come from? Were they always on this land or not? The scriptures proves that they weren't always in this land. It proves that they're a part of the lost tribes that were scattered. It says, and I'm going to jump down, it says 2 Kings 17:23. All right, our people did all this up until what? Until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. And we read earlier that from Assyria we came across through the ocean, and we came into Arsarit. And he just proved to you what there was, America. So the scriptures proves and it lines up, and it tells you that the so-called Native Americans are the children of Israel. All right, one of the tribes. Then you got the Seminole Indians. That's another tribe. Then you got the so-called Mexicans. That's another tribe, man. For you black-only Israelite people, man. You BOI people, man. This shit is madness.
Yeah, there's actually nobody on earth that's the color black, okay? That's just bugged out, man. Just like there's no one on earth that's white.
Exactly.
You know, they're colored white. Your skin is not white or black. You're either a shade of brown or you're a shade of red, man. You're cursed. You know?
I got one for you.
Yeah, bring it, bro.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all the people, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. From Israel all the way over to here into America, man. It says, and there thou shalt serve other gods. That's why you have the totem poles. You have the spirit gods, and that's why they name themselves these bugged out names: wolf, dragon, wolf tree. Right. You know, shit is bad. It's bad. That's what Israel was doing. That's how you know that's that curse upon them, man.
The river god.
The river god.
China and shit.
Child, yeah, good.
Slock, yeah.
Deuteronomy 28 and 65. Or 64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Cesar Borgia, because then they converted some of the Native Americans to worshiping, following Christianity. They showed you in a lot of old Western movies where they had to put on the suits and they cut their hair and try to make it like Esau, slicked it over, you know. But then that's how you got a lot of those confusion in face, because Jake was laying down with a lot of those Edomite women.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yeah, Edomite women always wanted us, man. They still do. You know? I mean, they're always going to want us.
Yeah, that includes both the slaveries, both the when the Northern Kingdom came over here and the Southern Kingdom. You know, and that proves to you, because who else came over here? The so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians. That's the Southern Kingdom. That's the Southern Kingdom of Judah.
Yeah, which is a prophecy of Jeremiah 50 and 33.
That's what I'm about to get.
That's a spirit.
Let me get it real quick.
You know that both sticks are going to be oppressed together, man. Both Northern and Southern Kingdom of Israel, because we're the brothers, man. We're family.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." So that proves to you that the people that are in captivity here, that are oppressed here, all right, and they're not able to be let go. All right, it proves to you they're the children of Israel and the children of Judah.
Yeah,
it's oppressed here in Babylon the Great together, man.
That's who your neighbor is. Your neighbor is your brother, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, confusion of faces that go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yep.
We're neighbors, man. By both, you know, that's who your brother is, man. We're family by blood.
That's right. I got one. This is Jeremiah 3. This is Jeremiah 3 and 17. Actually, I'm going to start at 15. "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding." The apostles of Great Millstone. That's right. How you were understanding how and figuring these things out, because they're attached to the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The Lord is dealing with. Those are the apostles, man. You see,
back in their lot.
And then you have the other men, the elders, and so forth and so on down the line, man. Teaching the word again. The prophets are coming back. It tells you that in the last days that will happen. To what? Wake up the children of Israel. And one of those tribes are the Native Americans, the tribe of Gad. And then you have the ones in southern Florida and the Carolinas, the Seminole Indians and the 5 civilized tribes. That's the tribe of Reuben. And then you got the so-called Mexicans in the west. That's the tribe of Issachar. This is all prophecy, what's happening and taking place. Right. Jeremiah 3 and 15, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And it shall come to pass, when ye be multiplied and increased in the land in those days, saith the Lord, they shall say no more the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, neither shall it come to mind, neither shall they remember it, neither shall they visit it, neither shall that be done any more. At that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord," because that's what's eventually happening. This proves that the salvation is coming. Because we started the lesson with, it said that you shall remember yourselves in the land of your captivity. So that's what's happening. The Lord is setting us in order before the eyes of the heathen and Esau, man. Yeah, but we started the lesson.
We talked about it first.
Oh, we'll bring it up.
Slack, yeah. I don't think we actually brought it out.
Look, I got a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 3 and 15. "And I will give you," I'm going to start at Slakia. 17. "At that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it. To the name of the Lord, to Jerusalem. Neither that's what's happening, man. We're being gathered unto the, what is it? It tells you in the scriptures we should be drawn and gathered by the word.
Woo, I got that
That's
right
all
here.
the tribes.
Man.
That's what all the tribes are coming back together, man.
Man,
The stick, you know. You had that?
Yes,
That's
Baruch 4:37, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Lo, thy sons come whom thou sentest away, right? Because we were scattered to the four corners. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High, man. You know, this the word is Yahweh Shai, man. He comes in the volume of the book, man. And the Spirit brought us together, man. This the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because we set the standard through these scriptures, man. The law, statutes, and commandments. And we filter everything through these scriptures, man. You know, that's how, you know who's who. You know what I mean? The word teaches us how to read the spirit of a person and see if they're genuine and sincere, man. And that's, man, I'm sorry. Go ahead. This is so raw.
And only Israelites are going to understand this.
Yeah.
You know?
God.
And who do you see waking up, man? Who do you see going out in the highways and the byways preaching, man? Teaching. Doing these videos. Hey, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know? Hey, IUIC and all of them, hey, I mean, they, you know, some of what they say is wrong, but hey, they still teach the 12 tribes. They still teach that, and who's amongst them? Blacks, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, you don't see any group of Chinese or Arabs in the corner talking about I'm from this tribe, from that tribe. You know, Hamites, Rio Africans. You don't see that. You know.
God, that's why it says here back in Baruch 4:37, thy sons. You know what I'm saying? We're the sons of the living power, man. All right. It's thy sons that are being gathered, not no other heathens, not these other tribes, man. Just the 12 tribes of Israel, man.
Right. Hey, and you know, also, you know, the confusion of faces.
Yeah.
You know, which are gonna look like the other nations, but through the Spirit, you know, they're Israelites. Why? Because they understand this. You know, they like the brothers mentioned, we try the Spirit by the Spirit. You know, by the Spirit, we know we are the sons of Yahweh.
Man, it's Romans 8:16. Woo!
You know, because the brother mentioned the intermingling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, through time, some of those kids that men from our nation had today, now they actually look like actual heathens.
Like Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, a perfect one that is Blake Griffin.
Yep.
And that's just what, 2 generations.
Yeah, him and his son.
Yeah, two generations, and so how much more, you know?
Yeah, multiple generations.
Multiple generations, you know?
Mm-hmm. I got a little bit more.
Oh, Slacky, go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 3:18. In those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north, to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto your fathers, which is the kingdom, man. All right, the rulership and the established dominion under Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and it's proven to you, all right, through the scriptures, who the children of Israel are and who's being gathered for Yahweh Shai's kingdom, for that everlasting society and dominion, man. The children of Israel only. That's why this word is only understood by that seed line, man. Nobody else, you know.
This is Baruch chapter 2. I'll start at 29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned to a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. Okay?
Imagine if that slave trade didn't happen. Imagine how many of us it would be. It says we would be few in number. It said that Israel's the sand of the sea. You know? So now we're going to completely take over everything, man. You already see all the tribes multiplying. But this is the remnant of what's left of the nation of Israel. But the actual remnant is the elect and the 1/3, man. You see?
Verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. Right? Jake is hard-headed. Mm-hmm. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, man. And that's exactly what happened, man. Here it is. We are captives, you know, by our oppressor Esau Edom, man, till this day. All right? And in this same land and across the four corners of the earth, we are remembering ourselves, man. You know, waking up the elect of Israel, man. We're almost home, Akim. All right, it's beautiful, man. It's the best time to be alive right now because salvation's gonna be here, man.
The prophets and wise men wanted to see these days, man, that we're living in, when all the tribes would awake again. Because what happened is that first that falling away, then the son of perdition shall be revealed.
Yep.
Esau's being revealed. All this is happening, and Esau doesn't understand that it's a part of the prophecy and the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. It's written, so it can't be altered. You can't say that the Native Americans are not Israelites when they're waking up to the fact that they're under the same curses that the Israelites said they will be in the last days. You can't stop the effects. You can't send no BOIs. No black only Israelites, because that's madness. You know, all of the scriptures points to all the tribes, man. It tells you where they will be. It tells you what they will be going through. The scriptures can't lie. The Most High can't lie. He says that, man. So the information and knowledge in the scripture proves to you who the Israelites are. This is for anybody that doesn't believe that so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel. You know.
But it tells you in the scripture that none of the wicked shall understand, you know, so they're not going to get it, you know what I mean? They're going to be condemned anyway. You know, this is for the elect, man. Mm-hmm. This to edify and wake up the elect, to build them up so then they can do the same and build up other, you know, elect men, Lord.
Right. It is hidden. It is hidden to them that are
lost. Yes.
Yeah, you know? And this is Deuteronomy 28 and 45. It says, moreover, all these curses will come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because you hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. And who is Moses telling this to? The children of Israel, man, the 12 tribes. You know, and who are the only ones going through those curses, man? You know. Who are the only ones that went through the transatlantic slave trade, man? You know, because if you really do your research, man, the first ones that were on those ships, it was the Native Americans. You know, when they came over here, what they do? They took them back over there, and then they brought the Southern Kingdom over here. You know, it's no coincidence, man. You know, that it just so happened there was only these two nations. What America, like they say, America was built on the enslaving of one and the genocide of another. Mm-hmm. You know,
that's that Jeremiah 50:33.
Yeah,
this is crazy. I was gonna get it. This is
we brought it out, but this experience come down to get it.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 33. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast and refused to let them go." You know? And it only happened to us, man. You know? You might have had a little couple heathens, you know, intermingled in there that Esau and other nations took captive, but as a whole, as a nation, it was only us.
That's right. People don't want it to be us though. That's the thing, man. But you can't. Like I said, you can't alter the reality. You can't alter this prophecy what's taking place, man. You know? You have one?
Oh, Saki, it'll come back around.
Oh, Saki. Yeah, this is a...
Oh, yeah, Saki came back. Because it said to hold them fast, and they didn't want to let us go, you know what I'm saying? Because here in Psalms 49:11, it says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. They think that this is going to continue forever. This society is going to go on from generation to generation. You know, that this economic collapse is just a small hiccup and we'll bounce back. No, man, this is it for America, right? The Lord, the Most High is not going to let your time pass, your bounds. Job 14:5, Slakia, I'm butchering it up, right? But that's why they're holding us fast, man. Because right now they're on the top, man, and they don't want to come down to the bottom or to second place or third. They want to stay on top, man.
Yeah, remember we were saying how glorious Yahushua's kingdom is going to be when Israel's ruling the planet.
Yes.
That's why, because they know they're not going to be able to take part. They're going to be slaves. They don't want this to come to pass, man. But you can't stop it, man. The tribe's going to wake up, all right? All the tribes, whatever they look like. And you can't stop it. It's all through the spirit, you know?
They're already waking up. You know, we're already out there. So, hey, that's it. It's too late. You know, you tried all this to stop the truth, to not us not reading the Bible and all that. And look, it had no effect, man. You know, the scripture say you can't do nothing against the truth or for the truth, man. You know.
Yep.
I got one. This is or did you have one? This is Philippians 1 and 28. It says, "And in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evident token of perdition," which means destruction, "but to you of salvation and that of the Most High." And that's the gospel that's being preached, man. They're being gathered by the word. All right, the truth. Thy word is truth. Because we didn't know who we were, so we were just wondering the whole time, why are we in this predicament? Why are we the most destroyed people on the earth, nation-wise, man? Why is this? And we figured it out. The Lord sent the Comforter through the Spirit, man. You know? That's all I
had just to, prove that further prove that they're with the Israelites. This is 1 Chronicles 12 and 8. It says, "And of the Gadites there separated themselves unto David, and unto the wilderness, men of might and men of war for the battle. They could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as roes upon the mountains." You know, and the Gadites were known for that, man. To be real quick, when they will hunt the buffalo.
Yeah.
And all that. Hey, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he had trouble taking down Gad. He actually had to use other Gadites, coons, sellouts, to take down Gad. You know. Now, skipping down in that 1 Chronicles 12, now verse 32, it says, "And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and now their brethren were at the commandment." You know, which goes back to what the Issachar knowing how to read the stars. You know, that's understanding of times. That's where you had the Mayan calendar. You know, because they knew that, man. And one of the brother Danyalaba, man, he said that his grandpa, that he used to look at the stars and he used to know when it would be a right time to plant. You know, when it would be a right time to do this and do certain things. You know, just based on it's gonna be good weather this year, this and that. You know, which proves what? Hey, they were Israelites, man. You know, the Spirit bears witness, man. You know, nobody else does these things, man. Nobody else has these type of characteristics or history. You know,
That's right. When you read in that with Reuben and Gad, with men of might, the Reubenites, the Seminole Indians, they were the last conquered tribe. They were shooting arrows through the Spaniards and conquistadors' shields and helmets and armor, man. Men of might. That's why it was hard to conquer Gad and Reuben. Because of why? They were the warrior tribes of Israel. It tells you that. What is it? After Gad and Reuben and the half tribe of Manasseh, they conquered the kings, the kings of the Amorite. What did Moses give them? He gave them the east side of the Jordan, all that land. And then they were asked by Moses to help the rest of the tribes go to the promised land. Because that was the military, man. You know, that's why they were so mighty when Esau came over here, the damn Spaniards, man. The stinking disease-filled Spaniards and Portuguese and British and English and Italian. They were able to fend these people off until Esau started using that projectile weaponry stuff, the guns and all that shit. His blessing.
That's right, his blessing, right? Because Esau can't go toe to toe with you, man. He can't duke it out. He has to get you from afar, man, real far away.
Yeah,
you know.
That's how they made them cannonballs and
Well, that's why just in the Roman army when they had the shield and they make the little wall, you know, like Elder Malcolm would tell us, they'll just poke your ass, stab you with the sword and kill you. But they can't like really get into battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they're a bunch of bitches, man. Esau's a bitch, plain and simple, man. And his end is coming up, man. His end is coming up, and Lord willing, we see it all the way down to the end.
Yeah, because
they endure to the end.
Yeah, because they can't say those people in Israel. What are they saying? They can't say they're the children of Israel. They don't fit any. They don't fit any of the prophecies or the curses, man.
They say they're Israeli pertaining to Israel. You know what I'm saying? They're converts, man. They're not the true people of the Bible.
According to them, scriptures the brother read it. He should just continue from the heritage.
Right.
According to them, they never did. They always knew they were Jews. So where's that prophecy?
Man, that's right. You know what I mean? Because in a lot of Hasidic Jewish families, they have a family tree with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob going all the way down to them today. It's so bugged out, man. It's so bugged out. They artificially create their lineage, man, which is incorrect. It's false.
And especially them, they're not out there prophesying.
Well, yeah, for them, there's no need to, because they already know they're the people, man.
There are only 2 tribes, though.
Right, we're 2 tribes deep.
Yeah, but like, where's the prophecy of all the other tribes waking up? All the other tribes coming to the fact of, realization to who they are, man. Where is that happening with you? If you're only 2 tribes, it don't make no sense, man. You guys are not the real people of the land, man.
I got something in this book. This book is the 10 Tribes of Israel, or the true history of the North American Indians, showing that they are the descendants of these 10 tribes, by Timothy R. Jenkins. And if we do your history on Timothy R. Jenkins, they actually had locked him up. They put him in jail. Why? For supposedly bringing out false information. But knowing Isaías, why would he put him in jail, man? Because he was speaking the truth. He actually went and did his research and came to the realization of, man, these are it. I found them. So this is in chapter page 168. It says, the short name of the feast is Hatut Impanah. That is eating by a strong religious and social principle. Impanah signifies, as I am informed, several threads or strands twined together. They assemble 3 nights before the feast. On the 4th night, they eat together. During the immediate space, the young men and women dance in circles from the evening till the morning. When they meet at night, it is professed to be gladdened and unite their hearts before Yohiwa. They sing Yohiwashoi, Yohiwashu, Yohiwashu, Yohiwashi, Yohiwashi, Yohiwashai, Yohiwashai, with great energy. The first word is nearly in the Hebrew characters the name. They say Joshua, but it's Yahawashai, our Savior, man. And those words sound, man, almost like it, man. But like we were explaining earlier, it was through time that we lost our language and it became broken. So now certain words didn't sound the same, and that's why they said it like this, man. But come on, man, that's proof right there, man.
He said with great energy. So they were praising the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It was just broken. Well, I got a precept real quick. This is John 10 and 14. It says, I am the good shepherd and know my sheep and am known of mine. So how did they know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai or even the broken names? Because they knew about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They knew about the Lord, man. It says, as the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Because where were they at? They were in Jerusalem. They were in Israel, on the other side. Yeah. Meaning they were not in that land. Because why? They went into captivity after Hosea the king. So they came over into this other land. Proves they're Israelites as well. They weren't of the same fold, meaning they weren't of the same land. They weren't in Israel at that time. It says, John 10 and 15, as the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep. And the other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice. So the people that you call Native Americans and Seminole Indians and Mexicans, and all the other tribes in South America, the Asherites, why are they hearing this word and understanding it? Because they're of the sheep of Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold, the stick. the tribes coming back together. And one shepherd, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh She, Yahweh, that's who they do, man. It says, therefore doth my Father love me, because I lay down my life that I might take it again. All right? So that's why the Lord died for the children of Israel, man. All the tribes, man. That's why they're able to hear this voice and understand through the Spirit, man. You know? And that's why we fit all the curses. We fit the story. You know, we fit the narrative. All these other nations and everybody else don't fit the narrative. They're living deliciously in wickedness, man. And we're the only oppressed people. It just only makes sense, man, through the Spirit. You know? That's it. So, Lord willing, it was edifying. All right? We want to end it by giving all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Badash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. And salutations to Akim across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and maturity. Shalom and Abad Babal.
Shalom, Abad Babal.
Abad Babal.